I'm going to hook this up. What's up, guys? All right. Sign in. All right, so I'm just going to give you guys some time to come on in the room. Y'all know how we do this every Tuesday. My door's up. It's really going to bother me. Okay, 2 seconds. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm back. Wait. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, so you guys know, like I said, it's Teas Tuesday. This is our free weekly ATI TEAS review. If it's your first time, please let me know it's your first time down in the comments. If you're a repeat offender, hey, let me know who you are and whether or not you're a first timer or if you have been a part of ATI TEAS Tuesday. So first things first, I'm Nurse Sam. Hey guys, hey. Very proud, sometimes annoyingly proud, licensed practical nurse or LPN. Boop, 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 boop. Wait, Sam. Boop, boop, boop. Sorry. Anyway, that's the annoying part. But yes, I've been an LPN for 8 years. And as of 2 years ago, I decided, 2.5. Yeah. I decided to retire from bedside and spend the rest of my time pretty much making sure you guys go on to become whatever type of nurses you want to be. Whether it's LPN, LVN, RN, NP, your heart's desire, whatever you want. But I decided to, like I said, dedicate my talents and efforts into making sure all nursing students that are like visual learners, that want a different way to study, a fun way to study, actually have those kinds of resources. I am not only a visual learner, kinesthetic learner, but I'm also like apparently ADHD AF. ADHD. So whatever I'm studying, whatever I'm doing, I have to be interested in it, or just like scientifically, I will not retain it. It's just is what it is. So I had to literally make a way to entertain myself for whatever I'm studying, whether I really wanted to study it or not. I still had to find a way to make it fun. So that's exactly what ATI TEAS Jeopardy is, especially for my pre-nursing students, my students that don't have, that are not yet in their nursing program. They have to take this test to get into their program. That's why we're doing it. All right. I always compare TEAS and HESI, like the ACT and SAT of nursing school, because that's exactly what it is. Like it's the both tests. You have ATI TEAS, then you have the HESI. Both of them are still going to test you on pretty similar content: math, reading, English, and language usage, science, whatever that science is going to be, whether it's anatomy and physiology, biology, chemistry. They're both going to test you on that. All right. It's just a certain those categories are going to let the test takers know that you have comprehended at least a good amount of your math, reading, science, and English throughout your grade school years, which is usually like grade 7 through 12. So this is stuff that you've already learned already. We're just learning how to tap back into our memory and recall it in a fun way. Okay, hold on. Y'all talking to me. What y'all saying? Awesome. All my first timers, hello. My second and thirders, hello. I saved my lives. We are going to be, all my lives are all my Teas Tuesday and NCLEX Jeopardy lives. They're all saved. They go into the video vault of the Study Bar community. So if you are members of the Study Bar community, you can get access to all 20 plus Teas Tuesdays that we've done. Okay, so that's a little insight for you guys. All right, some house rules, because this is Jeopardy. There's going to be one question where I'm going to literally turn the phone around so you guys can see it and read it, because y'all know me in words. So I'm going So I'm going to turn that around so you guys can see it, but it's Jeopardy style, blue screen. We have 4 categories: math, reading, science, and English. 5 questions per category, ranging from 100 points all the way to 500 points. We are playing for points and prizes. All right, the person with the highest score is going to get a free ATI TEAS study bundle. All right. I'm going to read the question. I'm going to read the answer choices. You guys are going to put down in the comments whatever your answer is. But remember, it's Jeopardy style, so you have to say what is. So if your answer is going to be the third option, you're going to have to put what is 3. All right. The first person to correctly answer in the correct term, like what is going to be the winner of those points for, whatever we're playing for. 300 points, 200, 100, whatever points. Okay. And like I said, the person with the highest score is going to win a free ATI TEAS bundle. Okay. So if you guys, we only get to go over about like 5 to 10 questions during our live, but you get 20 free questions weekly. And these questions are all sponsored and provided by nursehub.com. So if you have your study guides, but you also need to have your practice tests, because practice is going to make perfect, which is exactly why I do these practice tests with you guys every week. Especially for something that you've already learned already, something comprehensive like that, grade 7 through 12, you've learned the stuff already. So practicing taking those questions, those TEAS style practice questions, and going through the rationale, that's really what's going to help you study. Okay, I think somebody asked me how long do I recommend them studying for. At least 4 to 6 weeks, girl. At least 4 to 6 weeks. Some say 4 to 12, but whatever your schedule allows and whatever works for you. But I say a minimum of 4 weeks, just making sure you understand the strategies, the content, and the breakdown of the TEAS that you're taking or HESI. Okay. Yes, and whomever answers first on my screen. Okay, so just in case there's some kind of lag or delay, don't cuss me out. Don't be mad at me. So whoever pops up first on my screen is who I'm going to have to go by, okay? Like I said, even though we are playing for points, that's just to make it fun so we can do what we do, okay? But obviously, as long as you're getting the correct answer, that means you're retaining, you're learning, you're being able to recall. So you're really winning at the end of the day, okay? Like I said, this is just incentive, so just make it fun, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do our science and math verbally, like on our live. If you want to take the reading and the English, you're going to obviously have to read those. So all these questions after we get finished with live is going to be uploaded into the NurseSam app. It's a free app. You can download it in my stories, click the link in my bio, find it there. You can search your app store, Google and Android. It's a free app. It's literally called the NurseSam. And when you click and open that app and you go to TEAS Prep, you're going to see the TEAS Tuesday mobile version that you can play. And it's going to have the full game that we played. Right now it has last week's game. But like I said, after we finish our live and going through those couple questions, I'm going to update it to reflect the new 20 questions. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Do you think the dynamic quiz will help? I think any type of quiz will help. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's go ahead and start with science for 100. Let's start low. The science for 100, so we can just go ahead and get on the scoreboard, okay? All right, so science for 100 says, in a redox reaction, oxidation is the blank of electrons and reduction is the blank of electrons. Is it 1, loss and gain? 2, gain and loss? 3, gain and gain? Or 4, loss and loss? I'm going to read that one more time, a couple more times. All right, in a redox reaction, all right, this is science for 100. In a redox reaction, oxidation is the blank, loss or gain of electrons, and reduction is the blank, loss or gain of electrons? What is the answer? One says loss, like oxidation is the loss of electrons and reduction is the gain of electrons. That's number one. Number two says oxidation is the gain of electrons and reduction is the loss of electrons. That's number two. Number three says oxidation is the gain of electrons and reduction is the gain of electrons as well. That's number three. And then number four is oxidation is the loss of electrons and reduction is the loss of electrons. What is our answer? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Don't forget to say what is. I'm going to go by who's first on my screen that correctly answers the question. Let's go ahead and see what that answer is. Oh, let me scroll back up to what y'all saying. All right, so the answer is, what is 1? What is 1? Oxidation is the loss of electrons and reduction is the gain of electrons. That is correct answer. Who is the first person to say it correctly on my screen? Let's look and see. Pure Buyout. Hey, Pure Buyout. Awesome job. You're on the scoreboard with 100 points. Like I said, just in case you're coming in, just because you're not first, all right, you may not get the points for this specific game, but as long as you're correctly answering and comprehending the answers, whether you get them right or wrong, that's the whole point of this, to make sure you comprehend and gain that knowledge back, okay? So all my other loves that said, what is 1? If this was the teas, you would have got it correct, whether or not you was first or not, okay? Sandy Ambitious, great job. That's Joy. Nigerian Goddess, don't forget to say what is. Marianne Shaba. Jessa, bunch of zeros and ones and zeros. Space Cadet, great job. Teddy Burrell. Oh, Teddy Burlove. July. Awesome. Okay, great. So, the correct answer, like I said, is number 1, which was loss and gain. The full sentence says, in a redox reaction, oxidation is the loss of electrons and reduction is the gain of electrons. Okay? A good way to remember this, I know it's kind of confusing because it's like, usually when you hear the word reduction, you think about a loss. So I can totally understand if you thought the reduction is the loss of electrons, but it's actually the opposite, okay? A good way to remember this is the mnemonic oil rig. Oil rig, O-I-L-R-I-G. All right, that stands for oxidation is loss and reduction is gain. Make sense? Oil is oxidation is loss, and then the rig part is reduction is gain. Does that make sense? Oil rig. Oil rig. I'm about to type it. Boop, boop. Daddy said they just want to confuse us. Okay. I know, exactly. All right, great job. All right, let's go into our next category, which is math. Let's go ahead and do, y'all got your paper, pieces of paper, calculators, pens. I always have to say this, but just to let you know, I get a lot of questions. Will you have calculators on for the teas? You cannot bring in your own personal calculator, so I won't be able to bring in this baby. But there's going to be a calculator within the computer program test for you guys to access as well, like a basic calculator. So no TI 99s, TI 93s, or whatever it was called. I can't remember. All right. Oh, I don't get it. Pediatric questions, that's for NCLEX. NCLEX Jeopardy is Thursdays. This is for TEAS, ATI TEAS, the entrance exam. All right. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and do our math. Let's do math for 300. No, okay, sure. Yeah, let's do math for 300. Okay. Convert 32 degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius. Convert 32 degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius. Quick little thing. All right, those are the types of questions. If you are taking your TEAS on or after June 3rd, you're going to be taking the TEAS version 7. All right, everything before June 3rd is TEAS version 6, where it's all multiple choice. After June 3rd, so on the version 7, you won't just have multiple choice. Sure, it'll be majority, but you won't just have multiple choice questions. All right, you'll have fill in the blank. You'll have multiple response, aka select all the reply, hotspot questions. Those are the type of questions you will have. So on the T7, this could be just a fill in the blank answer, and they won't give you your multiple choice. So I'm gonna read you the choices, but I'm gonna pretty much just give you guys the choices. But just know that this is the type of question, especially math, that you're gonna have to learn how to really just know and not go off of multiple choice, because not all the questions will be multiple choice for T7. You're gonna have some fill in the blank and just supply the answer. So just saying convert 32 degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius, and then there's gonna be just a blank space for you to put your answer in. All right, so but the choices for this question, since we are still multiple choice, the choices for this question is 26 degrees Celsius. 2 is 64 degrees Celsius. Number 3 is 58 degrees Celsius. And then number 4 is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, pretty much all of y'all already answered it. Just supply the answer, which I'm glad. Thank you, Jesus. Just want to make sure y'all have that within you, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and scroll back up. Hey, CJ, glad you made it. Woohoo! Pure Breast, I'm going to set this out. I feel you. Okay, first person to get this correct. The answer is 0 degrees Celsius. The answer is 0 degrees Celsius, which was number 4, but I didn't read that until after y'all answered. So the first person to say what is 0 degrees Celsius on my screen is, wait for it, Leisha Lee. Hey, Leisha. Welcome to the scope. I almost said welcome to Jocelyn's Cabaret. Sorry. Leisha Lee, 1219. Welcome onto the scoreboard. You have 300 points, and you are currently in the lead. Great job. Now, for all my loves that said what is 0 and got it correct anyway, super, super proud of you. Let me give you your shout outs. Leisha Lee, like I said, she was first. Teddy Burr, Airy, Nye the Goddess, Space Cadet, Jackie O, Lauren, Shawnette Gibbs, Real J, Joelle, I just saw your name, sorry. Leia's Skolink, Kathy Theraball. Of course, I'm going to explain it. I'm going to go through it with you guys. Prayers up, I saw you say I meant to put 0, but as long as you know what it is. All right, so we're going to go over the rationale into why, okay? Y'all know for my math questions, I like to draw it out, okay? 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead and draw this out. All right, first of all, before I do that, let's just go ahead and go over verbally what that formula is. I'm writing it now so you guys can be able to see it in a second. But the formula, all right, between Fahrenheit and Celsius. All right, in order to find degrees Celsius, they're most likely going to give you degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so if they supply you with that, to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius, the equation, the formula is parentheses degrees Fahrenheit minus 32, close parentheses. All that divided by 1.8 equals degrees Celsius. All right, I'm going to show you what it is, what it looks like right here. Baby, give me one more chance. Are you serious? Okay, good. All right, so that's the formula right here. So to go from degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius, that is the formula right there. All right, so our equation, they wanted us to convert 32 degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius. All right, that is what they wanted us to do. So they supplied us with our degrees Fahrenheit. So really all you do is plug and play. Okay, so we know we have degrees Fahrenheit. They say that it's 32. We're going to plug in 32 for degrees Fahrenheit and then continue on with the equation. All right, this is what you're looking for. All right, so y'all remember PEMDAS? Y'all remember this? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, but I like to say Sam. I like to play with this S, but that's just me. All right. So according to PEMDAS, aka the order of operations, you have to go with parentheses first. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead into what our parentheses is and solve that. 32 minus 32 is what? 0. All right. So 32 minus 32 is 0. And then continue on with the equation divided by 1.8, and that's going to give you degrees Celsius. All right. If you go ahead and do 0 divided by 1.8, that's going to be 0. 0 divided by anything is just going to be 0. So that lets us know that our degrees Celsius is 0. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the same thing as 0 degrees Celsius. Okay? Okay. All right. Y'all got that? Was that better? Is it good as a visual? All right. Now let's go ahead and let's get back into science. Okay. Now, because somebody said before that they were like freaking out over T7. Content-wise, you're not really going to get much changes because all that content's already going to be there. You're going to have more questions of the same categories or less questions of the same category, depending on what it is. But that's pretty much, that part's going to be, for the most part, unchanged. What you need to know is, the amount of questions you're getting per category, the amount of time you have to answer per category. All right. You still have the same number of questions for T6 and T7, so you're still going to have 170 total questions, and that's with the pre-test questions, I believe. I don't know, I gotta look again. And then the amount of time that you're going to have, you're still going to have 209 minutes. Just the way that's distributed amongst the categories, that's going to be different. Okay? If you need kind of like a cheat sheet guide of like that explains to you what the changes are going to be for between T6 and T7, I have a freebie up, link in my bio. 100% free. It's a 6-page guide. It's going to give you the breakdown, kind of like a snapshot breakdown, and then a more in-depth breakdown of exactly what's going to be changing and what's going to be staying the same between the two versions. All right. So let's go ahead and get back into science. Let's go for science 4. That would be wrong if I did that. Okay, let's do science for 300. Science for 300. All right. Movement of molecules in a substance depends on blank energy. 1, X-ray. 2, heat. 3, UV. 4, gamma ray. The movement of molecules in a substance depends on blank energy. Is it X-ray? Is it heat? Is it UV? Or is it gamma ray? Ooh, I just love when we all get the same answer. It either means we all right or we all wrong. Either way, we rocking together, okay? So what y'all think? Are we all right or all wrong? we're all right. All right. The answer is, what is 2? Heat. What is 2? Heat. All right. Movement of molecules in a substance depends on heat energy. All right, hold on one second. Let's go ahead and see who our first person is to say what is heat. We had a lot of people say what is heat or what is number 2. Brings joy to my heart, because that means, like I said, if this was the T's, you got it right. So let's go ahead and get through. Let's go scroll up. Do you think version 6 is better than version 6? I have no idea, because I had to take like version 4. I did not take 6 or 7. There's still... I'll answer that in a second. Actually, hold on. Real... I think it's Joelle. Real Jayan Ledoux. Hey, Joelle. Congratulations. You are now on the scoreboard. NLTOUX. You're the first person to say what is 2 on my screen, so you now have 300 points. And you are tied with Leisha Lee for first place. All right? We still have plenty of game to play and plenty of questions, okay? Who else got what is 2? Marianne Shaba, great job. Pure Buyout. Lauren. Jackie O. 2020 Roxy Red. July. Leisha Lee. Aaliyah. Georgia Latrice. Aaliyah again. Wait, is that a different Aaliyah? Or the same one? Space Cadet. The Babe DJ. Future R&K, Shawnette Gibbs. Awesome. Great. Awesome job. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the rationale. All right. All right, so all matter is made of particles called atoms, which make up molecules. All right. These atoms and molecules are always in motion. All right. The atoms and molecules are they doing something all the time. All right. They're always in motion. They bump into each other. They vibrate back and forth. It's like a game of constant bumper cars. Okay. So heat is a form of energy that is created through the movement of atoms and molecules. All right. Oh man, Instagram lagging. If it's lagging, try getting out of the live and logging back in. All right. Now, the amount of movement of molecules. Remember, I said they're in constant movement. All right, they're always in motion. The amount of movement of molecules in a substance increases as it gains heat and decreases as it loses heat. All right, so think about it. At higher temperatures, particles have more energy. How I like to think about it is, if the temperature, like, you know how you are when you're on the beach, you're walking through the sands of the beach, and the hotter that sand is, the faster you go. You're just like, you're trying to get to that water. That's the same concept with heat and molecules. All right. As you cook that thing and that heat goes up, the more they're going to be moving around and bumping it. So the amount of movement increases with heat. And then as far as decreases as it loses heat, I don't know what y'all, but when I get cold, I get slow. Like, I'm too busy trying to, like, just think about, like, people, like, in the TV shows and the cartoons where they're, like, walking through, like, a snowstorm. They're not walking fast, okay? They're like, trying to get through the snow. So the colder it is, or as in the colder as it, the more it loses heat. Obviously, loses heat means it gets cold. But the colder it is, the less the molecules move, the less amount of movement through the molecules. They're going to go slower than they would if it was in a hotter environment. Okay. Yep, pretty much. Science for 300. All right, now let's go back into math. What was you saying? Good comparison. Awesome. That means it's time for me to go to someone's beach. I need to be on someone's beach. That's why I use that analogy. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into, I'll save that one. Math for 200. Math for 200. Exactly. Think of them being frozen. Ooh, like Let it snow. No, let it snow. Let it go. Let it go. All right, math for 200. What is the area of a triangle with a base of 3.4 inches and a height of 5.6 inches? Don't laugh at me, Lauren. Yes, it was Boyz II Men and Frozen at the same time. Don't laugh at me. All right, once again, what is the area of a triangle with a base of 3.4 inches and a height of 5.6 inches? Now, remember I told you about the math, but I'm going to give you the options. Is it 1, 19.04 inches squared? 2, 9.52 inches squared? 3, 18 inches squared? Or 4, 36 inches squared? What is the area of a triangle with a base of 3.4 inches and a height of 5.6 inches? I am writing it down so we can go through it together. Y'all know I have to draw it, okay? All right, what is the area? All right, so the answer. And what is the area of a triangle with a base of 3.4 and the height of 5.6? What is 2 9.52 inches squared? All right, the answer is 9.52 inches squared. What is 2? All right, who's the first person to say what is 2 or what is 9.52? Let's see. Leisha, she called it too. She was like, listen, I love math. All right, great job, Leisha. All right, Leisha, let me, hold on. I'm on a different page. Let me go back to the scoreboard. I think it would be better if I just like rip the scoreboard off. I'm gonna put it right there. Great, let's do that. All right, Leisha, let me put this back. Get back to my scoreboard. Leisha, you were already in the scoreboard with 300 points. You just got another question correct for 200. So you now have a score of 500 points. So yes, you are in the lead. Right behind you, we have Real Joelle, Jay and Ledoux with 300 points. And then right behind Joelle is Pure Buyout with 100 points. Okay? That's our scoreboard. Congrats. Let's see who else got 9.52 or what is 2. Let's see. Real Jay and Ledoux, great job. Jackie O, Sandy Ambitious. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Marion says, I can't do area questions. After this, you will be, because trust me, it is definitely a category on, or a subcategory on the math section of the T's, 6 and 7. All right? It's going to be there. It's totally going to be there. Area, period. Whether it's of a triangle, a square, a rectangle, a circle, who knows? But they're definitely going to test you on measurement and data and the area of shapes. Okay? Who else did it? Shawnette Gibbs. Oh, you're welcome. What do they say, Ledux? I know. Are you from Louisiana? Okay, so the answer once again is what is 2, which is 9.52. Let's go ahead and get into why. Let me turn my camera around so y'all can see me do, wait, hold on. So y'all can see this. Okay, here we go. All right, so the question reads, it's asking us for the area of a triangle, okay, with a base of 3.4 inches and a height of 5.6 inches. All right, so, what? Okay, so remember, area is how much space a shape takes up. All right, so area is going to be all this. What is the area of this? Okay, if they were asking us for perimeter, we'd be going literally around. All right, what is the perimeter? Or think of it like a gate. All right, that will be for perimeter. But for area, we're trying to think of all this space in here. Okay, so what you need to remember as far as area for a triangle, all right, the equation or the formula is going to be base times the height divided by 2 equals your area. All right. You can also write this like base times height over 2. And that's going to be your area. Okay? Now, since we have our formula, my bad, I didn't know y'all couldn't see. All right, cool. Since we have our formula, let's go ahead and just plug and play, fill in what we got. All right, so we know this is base. So 3.4, my bad. I almost said pi, 3.4. So this is our base in inches. All right, times the height, which is 5.6 inches. Over 2, and that's going to give us, once again, our area. So we're just going to go ahead and just solve. All right, you can do it the long way if you're an overachiever, or you can do it the smart way. The smart way, because you're pressed for time. Remember, we know you can do long division. We know you can do long multiplication. Great job. Girl, you can use this calculator and save some seconds. All right, so 3.4 times 5.6. That is going to give us 19.04. And since it's inches times inches, that'll be inches squared. All right, and then don't forget the divided by 2 part to give you your area. So 19.04 inches squared divided by 2 is going to be 9.52 inches squared is our area. All right, did you get that? Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh, wait. Go right up. All right, does it make sense? Thumbs up if that made sense. All right. Wait. Okay, cool. All right, next question. Science. What time is it? All right. Science for 200. Science for 200. I'm going to keep in the 500 for the end because it makes it more fun. All right. Science for 200. The formula is the same as half times base times height. Yeah. Because remember that 1 over 2, that 1 is going to be what's multiplying with the b times h. So it's still going to be over 2. So base times height over 2. Or half of base times height. It equals the same thing. We're saying the same thing, essentially. That was for Sandy Ambitious. All right, so divided by 2 is the same as asking for the half of whatever that base times height is. Do they give you the formulas on the test? I don't know. I didn't have no formulas on mine. That was 8-9 years ago. I don't think so, but I'm gonna check though. I don't want to scare you, but I'm gonna check. Yeah, I'm totally gonna check. Yeah, I don't think they don't give formulas. They really don't. They don't. You gotta know them. All right, so science for 200. Which of these statements is true about pH? Which of these statements is true about pH? 1, a higher pH values indicate a higher hydrogen ion value. 2, a pH of 6 is more acidic than a pH of 8. Number 3, adding an acid to a solution will increase the pH. Or 4, blood has an acidic pH. Which of these statements is true about pH? Is LPN worth it? Most definitely, but ultimately you're going to be the one to decide that. Is it worth it for your life and your goals and your family and your time? Is it worth it for you? But if you're asking if it's worth it, like generally speaking, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to read that one more time. Which of these statements is true about pH? 1, a higher pH values, higher pH values indicate a higher hydrogen ion concentration. 2, a pH of 6 is more acidic than a pH of 8. 3, adding an acid to a solution will increase the pH. Or 4, blood has an acidic pH. What is our answer? All right. The answer is, let me scroll up. What is, can y'all hear my husband? Please tell me no. He's so loud on the phone with his friends. All right. The answer is, what is 2? What is 2? Let me see who got it first. Teddy Burrow Love. Why do I keep saying Teddy Burrow? I'm sorry. Teddy Burrow Love. My bad. But yes, the answer is what is 2, which is a pH of 6 is more acidic than a pH of 8. Okay. Who else? Where's my 2? Teddy Burrow Love. Teddy Burrow Love 1. 200 points. Awesome job. All right, who else got what is 2? Alicia Lee. The Akia Brianna, Real J.N. Ledoux, Jackie O, Space Cadet, Pure Buyout, Jessa, May PH, Funny PH, sorry. Trish the Dish, Lauren, Nigerian Goddess, A December to Remember, Adelina Marie, YOCR, Don't make me laugh. All right, so the answer is what is 2? A pH of 6 is more acidic than a pH of 8. Okay, so y'all know I'm a visual person, so let's go ahead and open this. Okay, I'm going to show you this little chart, I guess. A pH chart. All right, this is your good old pH chart. All right, so for me, I always kind of 0 to 14, like I always draw, this is what I draw, right? I'm always like over here, that's my pH scale, whatever. This is 0. This is 14. This is 7. All right. For me, it's kind of like the opposite. I know that 7 through 14, I know like the higher on the scale is going to be the base. I know that because I want to, as much as I want to put the base towards the base of this diagram, I know it's not that. I know it's opposite. So with me knowing that, I know this is my bases. What's another word for basic pH? What's another word for a basic pH? Let me know right now. What's another word for basic pH? All right, while saying that, this is bases, I know this is acidic or acids, all right? And then neutral is going to be in the middle. Thank you, Jessa. Yes, so another name for base is alkaline. All right, like them waters that y'all keep drinking is basic, all right? Alkaline water. Let me stop. All right, so yes, alkaline is another word for bases. So bases are on top, acids toward the bottom, neutral right here. All right, let's go back to our chart. All right, so think about really acidic things. Your stomach acid is going to fall right down here into the acids. Coca-Cola, that's acid as acidic as it comes. All right, banana. I didn't know bananas were acidic, but hey, whatever. Water is going to be neutral, which is 7. All right. Unless you obviously get basic water, you get alkaline water, then it's like 10 or something. I don't know. Your blood is like, what's the pH of blood before I say it? What is the pH of blood? Not me drinking my great value alkaline water right now. Yes, orange juice is very acidic. So that would be below, over here somewhere. All right, what is the pH of blood, guys? What is the pH of blood? 7.35 to 7.45, pretty much. Absolutely. So blood is going to be right here in the middle, right there, 7.35 or 7.45, it depends. All right, baking soda, that's also basic or alkaline, and ammonia. Okay, these are our bases. I forgot where the vagina stops. Is it like 7.2? Oh, I can't remember. What pH is the vagina? It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna Google it. All right, so that is don't judge me. All right, let me go back into, yes, the vagina is acidic, so it has to be between 0 and 7. Yeah, unless your pH is off. Woo-wee, depends on the hygiene. Yikes. No honey pot. All right. Slightly basic. Okay, great. And just to read you guys the rationale, because I showed you guys the chart. Just to read the rationale between for the other answers. The lower pH values indicate a more acidic solution, like I said. So 6 is going to be more acidic than 8. That's why 2 was correct. And you guys know this just in case it's asked in a different way. The acids increase the hydrogen ion concentration of a solution. All right. And the more concentrated of hydrogen ions, that's going to lower the pH of a solution. All right. So once again, acids increase the hydrogen ions of a solution, which lowers the pH of a solution. Thus, higher pH values, so like 13, 14, whatever, higher pH values have a lower hydrogen ion concentration. Okay. And then conversely, lower pH values have a higher hydrogen ion concentration. Okay. Do you guys remember, actually no, well, I'll save that. Sorry, I'll save that. Great job, guys. Let's go for, all right, let me see if y'all paying attention. This is going to be math for 400. Let's see if y'all paying attention. I don't have any study guides specifically for the HESI. I concentrate on TEAS, but you're more than welcome to use some of the TEAS content. But just know your breakdown for the HESI. All right, math for 400 points. Convert 12 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. Convert 12 degrees Celsius into degrees Fahrenheit. All right, I'm going to give you the answer choices. 1, 61.6 degrees Fahrenheit. 2, 44.6 degrees Fahrenheit. 3, 20.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Or 4, 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit. convert 12 degrees Celsius into degrees Fahrenheit? Okay, okay. All right, let's go ahead and see who is correct. Well, all y'all answering the same thing. So either all wrong or all right. Let's go. Let's look. Correct answer is, what is 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit? Yay! All right, so first person to get that. Leisha Lee. Leisha Lee told you, look, math is just math. All right, Leisha Lee, you are already on the scoreboard with 500 points. You just got a 400 pointer. So you now have 900 points. Awesome. All right, who else got 53.6? I think literally everybody, but let's go and see. A December to Remember, great job. Real J and Ledoux, Sandy Ambitious, awesome job. La Lauren, Teddy Burr, Marianne, Jackie O, Alinka, right, Alicia on fire. Great job. All right, so yes, the answer is 53.6. Let's get into the formula. Now, we just went over the formula for degrees Fahrenheit into Celsius. So now we're going to inversely do the formula for degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. All right, so to go from degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit, here we go. All right, so to go from that, ignore that one. All right, to go from degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit, what is our formula? All right, so our formula is going to be degrees Celsius times 1.8 plus 32 equals degrees Fahrenheit. This is our formula if you want to go from Celsius to Fahrenheit. All right. Do you see any type of pattern between Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius? All right. So for me, if I know one, I can get the other. All right. If I know one, if I commit one of these formulas to my memory, then I'm automatically going to be able to figure out what the other formula is, because it's the same. It's just instead of finding Celsius from Fahrenheit, you're finding Fahrenheit from Celsius. All right, so you would just have to inverse this, which is why it is C times 1.8 plus 32, which gives you degrees Fahrenheit. So it's literally like everything's reversed. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug and play now. All right, they gave us what our C was, which was 12 degrees Celsius. So we have 12 times 1.8 plus 32 equals degrees Fahrenheit. All right, like I said with PEMDAS, you're going to do your parentheses first. So 12 times 1.8 is going to be 21.6. All right, bring this down, the plus 32. It's going to give us our degrees Fahrenheit. So 21.6 plus 32 is going to give us a grand total of 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? That is how we get Celsius to Fahrenheit. Make sense? Keeps going to fall down. Perfect. All right. Last question. Let's do a science. Which one did I want to do? Not that one. Let's do science for 500. Science for 500. Okay. Do I want y'all to see this one? Yeah. I'll have y'all see this one. Just so there's no confusion. All right, since this one's a 500 pointer. All right, I'm still gonna read it, and you guys are still gonna have a minute. All right, so here we go. All right, so big W, and little w are the allelic combinations that are responsible for red and white flowers, respectively. What do big W, and little w, and the flower colors represent? Is it 1, big W, little w, red and white colored flowers are all the genotypes? 2 is big W, and little w are the phenotypes, and red and white flowers are the genotypes. 3 says big W, and little w are the genotypes, and red and white flowers are the phenotypes. And then 4 says big W, and red colored flowers are the genotypes, while little w and white flowers are the phenotypes. What is our answer? All right, first person. What is 3? The answer is what is 3? Who got that? Real Jay and Ledoux got that. Great job. All right, so rationale says big W and little w are the genotypes. All right, and then red and white flowers are the phenotypes. That's the correct answer, which is what is 3 right here. Okay, so big W, and little w, those are the specific allele combinations, all right, that make up the genotype of the plant. All right, a good way for you to remember that is genotype. The G stands for genetic. All right, so your genotype is going to be your genetic makeup. All right, and that's, like I said, it's going to be in the specific allele combinations. All right, you guys remember the Punnett square? All right, those specific combinations, those are going to be expressed physically, which is going to make up the phenotype. All right, so red and white flowers, those are the phenotype. The P in phenotype is the P in physical. All right, so your physical appearance is your phenotype. P for P. Push a P. Okay, so G, genetic, genotype. P, physical, phenotype. All right, so physically, you're not going to have big W, and little w. What does that mean? No, these have to be expressed genetically. All right, so that's why these are our genetic makeup, aka our genotypes. And then when you express these, big W, y'all know the capital is going to be the dominant, and the little is going to be the recessive. Okay, dominant's going to dominate the recessive. So if you have 2 dominant WWs and 2 little WWs, like this is most likely red and this one's most likely white. All right, so once these are expressed, it's going to give you red and white flowers physically, the phenotype. All right. Real Jay and Ledoux said pheno is the root for show, if that helps. However it helps you, give you all the tips, so whatever, resonates with you, sure. All right. Pheno is the root word for show. So what is going to show? Red and white flowers, correct? Great. Then it says the phenotypes are visible due to the allelic combinations of the genotype being expressed. Okay. Once again, first person to get that was Real Jay and Ledoux. Congratulations. So let's go ahead and shout out everybody else that got that answer correct, which was, I think, pretty much everybody. Marianne, great job. Teddy Bird Love. Sandy Ambitious. Alicia Lee. Whoa. Nigerian Goddess. Nancy, Space Cadet, Trish the Dish, Junie June. Great job. And thank you so much for that. All right, awesome job, guys. Like I said, remember, as long as you are getting the answers correct, you're winning, you're progressing. But even if you aren't getting the answers correct, the fact that we go over the rationale so you guys can see, okay, this is why I got it incorrect. And this is why the correct answer is the correct answer. So that next time you see it, it'll be nothing. It'll be nothing. You'll be like, I've done this before with Nurse Sam. Like, what are you doing? Great job. All right, so Real JN, you just got 500 points. You were already on the scoreboard with 300. So 300 plus that 5, you now have 800 points. Now let's go ahead and calculate our winner. All right, with 900 points, it was a close game. Leisha Lee and JN Ledoux. Leisha had math, and JN Ledoux had science primarily, but great job. Great game for everybody. So Leisha Lee, you are actually in the lead. You have 900 points. JN Ledoux, you had 800. Teddy Burr, you had 200, and Pure Bio 100. But like I said, it was like a game of speed, not necessarily a game of did you know the content. So even if you weren't first and even if you're not on the scoreboard, as long as you're getting those answers correct, you're understanding the content. You're understanding how they're going to be asking you these questions. So that is really what I want y'all to take away from these weekly practices, okay? So once again, these questions have been sponsored and provided by nursehub.com. All right, so if you're preparing for the TEAS, 6, 7, whatever, you need to have a study guide, and you need to know the structure of the test. You need to have a study guide, which is usually going to include that structure, and then you're also going to need like a practice book or a practice app, something, so you can do daily questions. All right, so you can start to get the time down and start to get used to taking 170 questions within 209 minutes, including reading English as well. All right, so if you want to check them out, nursehub.com or at nursehub_gram, you can check them out right there for their premium prep. If you need a study guide that's more so visual, then check out my ATI TEAS study bundle. Within it, you get all 4 sections: math, reading, science, and English. Reading and English are going to be together in like a circus themed. That one's like a circus themed study kit. So you can either get all the study kits individually or you can get the bundle. There's going to be some exclusives to the bundle that don't come if you get them individually, so make sure you check that out. Everything's what you get in the bundle is listed on the website, in the product description, as well as in my stories if you want to go through it and see it as well. So the person, who won again? Leisha Lee. Yay! All right, so Leisha Lee, you have won a free complimentary digital ATI TEAS bundle. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're taking your TEAS before, on, or after June 3rd. Honestly, it doesn't matter because the content's very, 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 very similar. So you have won like I said, a free ATI TEAS study bundle. All right, that is a $54 value if you get all of them individually, but if you buy the bundle, it's $39. But Leisha Lee gets it for free today. Yay! All right, so Leisha Lee, send me your full name, like DM me your full name and your email address so I can go ahead and send you that free gift. Awesome. So mine is in 2 weeks. I'm nervous. You gotta take it in a couple months. Awesome. It works for 6 and 7. Like I said, the stuff that's really changing between 6 and 7 is going to be the breakdown, the outline, and the distribution of the questions and the new question types. However, with that being said, you will get the bundle will be updated to reflect the breakdown and everything like that, so we're all on the same page as far as T7. But it's also going to get some content upgrades and updates to it as well. We're adding some more in-depth items for chemistry within the science section, because that's where the most, even though it's not that much content change, like they're taking out life and physical sciences from ATI T6 and just breaking that down life and physical science is literally biology, chemistry, and genetics. They're just breaking that down from the umbrella term life and physical sciences and just giving it its own category. So you were already studying for that stuff in T6 and 5. You were already studying for that stuff. They're just giving it its own platform, its own category, okay? So like biology and chemistry, they're going to get its own category right along with anatomy and physiology and scientific reasoning and understanding. Okay. Like I said, I have a 6-page guide of the full, like what to expect on the T7, especially as far as the changes go, what the differences and the similarities between 6 and 7. You can get that for free. Link in my bio. Just click on ATI TEAS 7 cheat sheet, and it's going to give you the difference between 6 and 7. Like I said, you can get the ATI TEAS study bundle if you want to include math, reading, science, and English, and the ATI TEAS planner and some other things that are just exclusive. If you really want to finish practicing, if you like these types of games, I do these every week, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on Instagram Live. If you are a part of the Study Bar community, that's for our enrolled members, you get access to over 20 plus of the replays from the previous Teas Tuesdays. And each video is 20 questions. And if we have 20, that's 400 practice questions right there. So if you need your practice, but kind of like it in a video setting, a group setting, and you can't watch it and you can't or have not been able to attend it live, get access to the Study Bar community and sign up for either $29.99 a month or $300 a year. You can get access to that at studybarcommunity.com. You can also download the app for free. It's the free NurseAm app. That's how you can play the rest of these questions. We got through 7 questions. And they were math and science. Like I said, I still want y'all to get y'all reading and English practice in, but that's something that you really have to train yourself to be able to, read the passage and get the main idea or get the content or whatever it's asking you. You really need to train yourself. So me reading that wouldn't do you guys any service. Y'all need to get used to reading a passage and then be able to answer questions about it within a certain amount of time. And you need to look at it like a sentence so you can see if it makes sense or not. Is it a run-on? What's the adjective, verb, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. So that's going to come with practice as you go through and read it and write it and watch it. So if you download the NurseAm app and go to Teas Tuesday Prep or Teas Prep and hit mobile version of Teas Tuesday, you can play the questions from last week. I'm about to update it, so just wait like 5 minutes so I can update it. You'll be able to play the questions from today, plus the other 13 questions that we didn't get to go over. Okay, so let me go ahead and get that updated. Hold on, I'm going to scroll up. I think some of you guys had questions. I'm going to scroll up and see that. 1 second. Wait for it. Congratulations again, Leisha Lee. Don't forget to send me your information, first name, last name, email, so I can send you that free complimentary Teas bundle. I'm about to update Teas Tuesday inside the app. Baby, give me one more chance. Whenever it wants to load. That'll be fine. That'll be great. Oh, thanks. Now let's go and let's update the app. So you guys, when you guys log into it, like I said, it's for free. It's free questions. When you guys log into the app, you'll be able to see the questions from tonight. But let me go ahead and update it now. 1 second. Right. Perfect. Okay. And that's been updated. So if you have the app open, make sure you quit the app and then open it again so you can see the new questions on the mobile version. Congratulations to everybody. Taking it there. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Studying teach reading makes me feel illiterate. Girl, me too. I'm a visual person. I don't like reading. I don't like it. I hate it so much. Day. Oh, awesome. Oh, yours is like the last day. Praying for all of you. Y'all make sure y'all keep me updated. So everyone that has their upcoming test date, make sure you keep me updated on how you do. Best of luck to everybody. Great job, great job. Oh, thank you, Brianna. The Akia Brianna. Oh, and you take it in the morning. Yes. Congratulations and good luck, good luck, good luck. All right. Oh, Leisha's taking the NCLEX. Awesome. Okay. The real Jane Ledoux said, I love that your bundle has a term list for flashcards. Yes, we'll also be adding, in addition to those term lists, we're also going to be adding the definitions as well. I want you guys to, because I'm a visual and kinesthetic learner, I gave you guys the terms so that you can look them up on yourself so you can know, because doing that active work is really what's going to drive it in your memory. So I wanted to still provide that, but I also want to give the definitions like maybe a couple pages later too. So we're included in the update that's going to be happening on June 1st. We'll be adding the definitions to those key terms as well. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Y'all go ahead and eat. Get yourself some dinner. Like I said, go check out the ATI TEAS Jeopardy mobile version on the Nurse Sam app. Enroll in the membership studybarcommunity.com if you want to access all the other stuff. That's so funny. And if y'all have any questions, please send me an email at support@thenurseam.com or send me a DM. Well, please send me an email first because my DMs are atrocious. Okay? All right, guys. I will see y'all Thursday, which is going to be NCLEX Jeopardy. So the same thing, but with NCLEX and nursing school topics. So like farm, dosage calculations, maternity, med surg. Literally NCLEX help. NCLEX prep, studying tips, all that. But just Jeopardy style. So same content, but just for NCLEX. We'll be doing that Thursday at 7. We do that every week as well. So whether you're entering nursing school or about to exit, I got you covered. All right. So I will see y'all next time.